Hi, good evening and welcome to this Yoga for Recovery, Realization, and Resilience. My name is Brian, and I'm delighted to be with you here for this class. We're going to explore a little bit of movement, just trying to make the body open and center a little bit. So we'll explore some movement practice. We'll explore some breath work to bring us into establishment with our body, and we'll see what we can find in our exploration this evening. So, as always, remember our first guiding principle: support precedes action. So ensure that you have all of your necessary supports for your practice: blocks, straps, bolsters, blankets, eye shades, chair, tissues, anything that will help support you in your practice. Have that available, and then ensure that you're availing yourself of that. The supports are of no use if you don't utilize them. And then secondarily, remember, as always, that it is your practice. So I'll be offering and suggesting and inviting some things from here, but ultimately you are in the privacy of your own space by design. And so please listen to the wisdom of your own body. Do what your body is asking you to do, what is right for you. Listen to the wisdom of your body and honor that wisdom by giving your body what it needs. Modify any posture at any time, utilizing your supports. Come out of any posture at any time. Take any alternate posture at any time. Know that the only requirement for you is to be present and to breathe. Everything else is an option. And so with that, we will start, as always, with our landing. We will land, we will raise gratitude. We will land and center, ground and center, find our supports. We'll raise gratitude. We'll set our intention. And then we'll do a little bit of breath to get ourselves connected fully to our body and to engage ourselves energetically with our true selves. And then we'll come to the mat and we'll do some movement, sequencing, just trying to get a little movement going, a little flow going, trying to find the center. And then we will end with a twist and a guided rest. We'll be here about 45 minutes, give or take. So let's do this. So find yourself in a supported posture, whatever that means to you, whatever that looks like for you. Take a moment to bring yourself into that. Come into this place and come into this space. Feel into your supports by finding those places of your body that are in contact with something: the floor, the chair, the seat. Feel into that physical sensation of connection at those places of contact. Bring your mind and your awareness to those places of contact as support. What is it like to be supported in this moment? And then imagining you could root into your supports by rooting into those places of contact. I invite you to lengthen through your side body, through your spine, through your crown. I invite you to experiment with shaking the head a little bit, nodding the chin, lifting the chin. Just find that place of release at the back of the neck so you can feel the full length of the spine from the base to the crown. And as you do that along elongation and alignment, as you lift and lengthen through the spine, notice your experience in your body. Notice what happens for you as you elongate and align the spine. And then holding the spine elongated and aligned, I invite you to come into your breath. Turn your awareness to your breathing. Begin to breathe in and out through the nostrils, following your inhalation into the body, wherever it may go for you, without stress or strain. No exertion here, just breathing in and breathing out. Emptying completely on the exhale, surrendering to the moment, letting go completely without effort. And then noticing the next inhale arrive, keeping your awareness on the breath. Breathe in. And breathe out. Begin to find your normal breath rhythm, your pace of breath. Begin to feel into the awareness of the rhythm of the breath. And then I invite you on your next inhale to float your hands to your heart in a way that brings awareness to your heart space, and allow to arise in your heart space gratitude, a sense of gratitude, any one thing for which you are grateful here this evening. Maybe the new year. Maybe that you got here, made it to your mat here. Whatever you're grateful for, see that clearly in your mind's eye. And I invite you to anchor your gratitude in your heart space and hold it there for the duration of the practice. And then finally today, before we start, I invite you, if you choose, to set an intention for your practice today, perhaps a simple intention to just be right there with each inhale, or perhaps simple intention to just keep your gratitude anchored in your heart space as you practice. And whatever has arisen for you, whatever your intention is, I invite you now to state it to yourself. So hear yourself in your mind's ear as you state your intention in a clear and declarative voice as if it is already done. And then perhaps listening for the echoes of your intention, I invite you to take a full inhale. And as you exhale, if you choose to, allow your chin to drop towards your grateful and intentional heart and offer a benediction to seal your intention as I say Namo, Namaste. And then release the hands, lift the chin. Adjust as you need to in your posture to find your supports. We're going to be seated for a moment with some breath work. Maybe you need a moment to clear your passageways, as I do, preparing yourself for a little bit of vigorous breathing, and then we'll get started here. All right, establishing your supported posture, lengthening and elongating your spine. You're going to bring your awareness to your breath. We're going to do a form of activating breath, a breath of fire. We're going to get ourselves going right away here to bring ourselves into this. We're going to do a sequence of breath of fire involving 3 different arm positions. The first position is thumb and forefinger lightly touching in wisdom or Gyan Mudra, hands on the knees. That will be the first part. We'll begin the breath of fire in and out through both nostrils. Now, breath of fire engages the diaphragm in a bellows type breath or a Bhastrika action. If you are pregnant or on your menstrual cycle, please do not engage the diaphragm. Please do not pump the belly. If you are otherwise, just breathe. If you are pregnant or on your menstrual cycle, just breathe long, deep inhale, full, complete exhale. If you're engaging the diaphragm, we're going to engage the diaphragm. We're going to be in this arm position, our hands on knees, thumb and forefinger lightly touching. And then we will extend the arms outward, palms up at the shoulders. And then we will bring the hands to prayer at the chest in Anjali Mudra or prayer mudra. And we'll be in here for a few moments. So just be with you. Now, at any point that you get confused or you get overactivated or you get your arms start to get in the way of your breathing, simply stop, reconnect with your breath, and just breathe. This is just a breathing exercise. So we're going to sit and breathe for a couple minutes. Okay, with that, let us settle into our supported posture. Let us take a cleansing breath, a full inhale. And a complete exhale. Inhale to begin. And then begin your version of breath of fire or just long, deep inhale and exhale in this posture, hands on knees, thumb and forefinger lightly touching. And then begin to find your own rhythm in this. Now, in our breath practice, the body is very still. And the awareness is on the breath in the nostrils. And our focus, if your eyes are closed and you're comfortable with your eyes closed, focus at the brow point, that place just behind the forehead where the brows would come together. If you're uncomfortable with your eyes closed, just narrow your gaze to something not moving just beyond the tip of your nose and just be steady and still. And then you're just finding into your rhythm. So everyone's breath rhythm is a little different. I'm going to work on a pace of about 1 breath per second. You're going to work on a pace that's right for you in your practice. You're going to find your rhythm and just settle into this breath, breathing in and breathing out. And whatever your rhythm is, it's still a full inhale and a complete exhale. Just being focused on your breath. We bring awareness to the breath. One of the teachers says the quality of our life will be directly proportionate to our attention to our breath. Powerful statement. Quality of your life will be directly proportionate to your attention to your breath. Staying with this as you inhale, extend the arms, if you like, from the shoulders, palms up, and continue your breath. Inhale and exhale are equal in their volume, in their intensity, in their duration. If you feel like you're getting out of balance with your inhale and exhale, and the tendency is if you're pumping your diaphragm, there can be a tendency to overdo the exhale because that's a down and outward pulling of the diaphragm. And it can tend to take over. So we want to make sure that we're giving equal attention to the inhale and out and up move of the diaphragm. When the diaphragm releases and moves out and up, the inhale comes. Without overthinking, without ever getting too analytical about it, we're just breathing. And as you stay focused, you may settle into your breath. And this particular breath may become as autonomic or automatic as your normal breath, where you're not ever paying attention to it as a rule. We don't generally think about our breath as we go through our day, and yet our breath happens without any effort on our part. That's what we're looking for here. We're conscious and aware, but we're still looking to be breathing without any effort on our own part. All of our work and our practices is to be calm and steady and focused on the breath and moving within our own body. And now for our last iteration of this practice, if you will, bring your hands to your chest at prayer, continuing the breath, pressing the palms, resting the thumbs lightly on the breastbone. Maybe feeling the connection of the heartbeat beneath the hands and the rhythm of the breath. Just breathing in and out. Without an ounce of extra effort. Settling into our practice, being steady and calm. Last little bit here, stay with it. On your next inhale, take a full inhalation. Release your hands to your knees. And gently retain this breath while lifting at the base of the spine, at the pelvic bowl, at the navel, relaxing the shoulders and tucking the chin. Everything comes to the center of the being, to the heart. Be very still. Notice the shift in your energetic being from just a few minutes of conscious breathing. And then as you're ready, release your lift, release your breath. Let everything settle here. Be very still. Let the breath come and go as it will. Falling back into your autonomic breathing. Just allow the breath to come and go without any shaping. Just be still for a moment. And just notice the shift in your mind state from the time that the practice started just a few short minutes ago. It doesn't take much to find ourselves here. Our work is to remain here. Take a full inhale here, cleansing breath. A complete exhale. Make your way over to your mat. We're going to begin today in wisdom pose or child's pose. So your knees may be wide to allow your torso to fall between the thighs, or your knees may be together. Your hips are moving back toward your heels. Your torso is draped over the top of your thighs or in between the thighs. The hands initially are extended forward, so find your fingertips and then walk your hands forward a little bit till you feel a little bit of engagement underneath the armpit and through the length of the arm. Now, while you're lengthening through the fingers, you're pressing simultaneously back the hips toward the heels and allowing your forehead and chest to release. Maybe your forehead reaches the mat, maybe it doesn't. Maybe you take a block and you place your block underneath your forehead to support yourself here at whatever height is appropriate for you. Feeling into what you need in your practice here today. Breathing here. And then just take a full inhale here. And as you exhale, just walk your hands over to the left, toward the wide side of your mat on the left-hand side. Don't overdo it. You're just feeling a little bit of stretch in your right side body, a little bit of opening in the lateral part of the body here. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhaling here. Exhaling here. A full inhalation. And as you exhale, walk your hands back to neutral and then over toward the right side of your mat, maybe off the long side of your mat, maybe not. Just finding a little opening in the left side body. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhaling here. Exhaling here. A full inhalation. On the exhale, walk the hands back to center and then out away from the body, get long. On the exhale, press the hips back toward the heels. Wisdom pose. On your inhale, bring your torso forward so that your shoulders are just over the hands or maybe slightly behind the wrists. The hips are over the knees. We're in our tabletop posture. Get long through the crown. Press back through the hips. Now we're going to move the spine, flexion and inflection, or arching and rounding on the inhale. We're going to arch the lower spine. Let the heart end come forward and the crown come up. Let the hips roll up. On the exhale, we're going to round the spine. Let the head release so the crown goes toward the mat and the chin goes toward the chest. And then you're going to do that a couple times at your own pace. Inhale, arch and lift. Exhale, round and release. your rhythm, your pace, your breath, your practice. One more here. On your next inhale, come back to neutral. And then we're just going to extend the right leg, pressing back through the heel into the ball of the right foot. Keep the right foot planted, press into the ball and back through the heel. Just feel the length in the back of the leg. Establish that, and then when you like, extend your left arm, bicep by the ear, fingers lift toward the top of the mat. Inhale. And exhale, bring that hand and that knee back down. Inhale, roll over the ball of the left foot, press back into the left heel. And then when you're established there, go ahead and lift the right arm, bicep by the ear, get long here, full inhale. Complete exhale, bring that knee and that hand back down. Inhale, roll the ball, the right foot, and then lift the right leg so the heel's level with the hips, press the toes. And then extend the left arm when you are ready, stable and sure here, full inhale. Exhale, bring that hand and that knee back down. Inhale, roll over the ball, the left foot, and then lift the left heel. Point the toes. Establish that, and then when you're ready, extend the right arm. Find your length. Gauge through the core. Breathe in. Exhale, bring that hand and that knee back down. Inhale, roll over the ball of both feet and lift the knees and lift the hips. Continue to lift the hips, release the head so that the crown falls toward the mat. Press the chest and stomach back toward the thighs. Let the heels fall toward the bottom of the mat. Downward dog. Breathe in here. A full inhale. A complete exhale. Bend your right knee, press back through your left heel. Continue to press the chest and stomach back. Continue to release the crown down. Get long, breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, bend the left knee, press back through the right heel. Continue to press the chest and stomach toward the thighs. Release the crown of the head. Inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale, bend both knees, lift the hips up and back, release the head, and exhale, release both heels. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, bring the left foot forward between the hands. Help it if you need to. Drop the right knee and the top of the right foot to the mat. Press down into the left heel and the right knee, top of the right foot. Engage long through the core and the crown, and then maybe lift your fingers. Then go ahead and bring your hands to your knees, press into the knees, straighten the arms to lift the torso. This is your supported low lunge. Breathe in here, full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhalation. On your exhale, hinge forward, long through the crown, release the hands, roll over the ball, the right foot, lift the right knee, step the left foot back to join the right. Downward facing dog, full inhalation, bend both knees, lift the hips up and back, exhale, release the heels. Breathe in here. Breathe out. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, bring the right foot forward between the hands. Help it if you need to. Drop the left knee and the top of the left foot to the mat. Press down into the right heel and the left knee, top of the left foot. Lengthen through the crown and pick up the hands perhaps. Maybe bring the hands to the knee, opposite hand underneath this time. Press into the palms, straighten the arms, lift the torso. Find your supported lunge and breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhalation. A complete exhale. Inhale, get long. Exhale, lean forward and bring the hands to the mat. Curl the toes, lift the knees, step the right foot back to meet the left. Inhale here. Bend both knees, lift the hips up and back. Exhale. Release the heels toward the mat. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, bring the left foot forward between the hands. Now, you can drop the right knee again, or keeping the right knee lifted, press back through the right heel, down into the left heel. Establish your length through the crown, and then pick up the hands. Maybe bring the hands to the knee. Press the palms, straighten the arms, lift the torso. Supported high lunge. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhalation. As you exhale, hinge forward, bring the hands down, support yourself. Step the left foot back. Release the head. Find your downward dog. A full inhale. A complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, right foot forward between the hands. And again, drop the left knee if you like, or press back through the left heel, down into the right heel. Lengthen through the crown. Pick up the hands. Bring the hands to the knee, opposite hand underneath. Press the palms, straighten the arms, supported high lunge. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhalation. As you exhale, hinge forward, bring the hands to the mat. Step the right foot back. Press back and up. Release the head down and back. Find your downward dog. Take a full inhale. A complete exhale. Inhale here. Come to a plank. Bring the torso parallel to the mat. Press through the heels and lengthen through the crown. Find your plank. Inhale here. Exhale. Lift the hips up and back. Find your downward dog. Inhale to a plank. Exhale. Press back, downward dog. One more time. Inhale to a plank. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Help it if you need to. Inhale, get long through the crown. Exhale, step the right foot forward to meet the left. Come into your forward fold. Release your forehead toward your shins. Bring your hands to your shins for bracing. Your ankles. Or maybe to your opposite forearm in front of or behind the legs. Lengthening up and out through the hips and down through the crown. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Experiment with lifting the hips and straightening legs. Change the cross of your hands to the opposite elbow. Exhale here. A full inhalation, deepest forward fold. A complete exhale, release your hands. Bring your hands to your shins for bracing. Inhale, straighten the arms, lengthen through the crown. Flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees and just lengthen through the crown. Bring your hands to your prayer or to your waist. Just feel into this sort of half chair here, finding that length. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, straighten the arms, release the head, release the hands, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bend the knees, sink into the heels, release your hands to your waist or to prayer, settling into this little half chair here. Inhale here. Exhale, lift the hips, release the head, release the hands, forward fold. Okay, this time, inhale, flat back. Exhale, release, forward fold, bend the knees, and then slowly begin to roll the torso upright. So one vertebra at a time, from the lower spine up through the upper spine. Torso comes upright, shoulders will naturally roll up and down. Release the palms forward, the fingers long, extend through the crown. Feel the relationship of your sternum and your chin. Chin is parallel to the ground. Standing upright on your own 2 feet. Feel into the 4 points of your feet. Pick up your toes if you like, so that you can feel the heel and the ball of the foot making that contact, that support preceding all action. Supported in the feet. Then release the toes down for additional support. This is your mountain posture. Breathe in here, full inhale. Complete exhale, feeling all that blood that was from the head being below the heart, reacclimating to the head being above the heart. The blood flow changes. Breathing here, full inhale. Feel into your presence here. Check in with your gratitude and intention as you exhale. On your inhale, take your arms high. Bring your palms together. Take your thumbs toward the wall behind you. Bring your biceps to frame your ears. Lift out of the fingertips and the crown of the head. Feel perhaps what you think might be a back bend, but is in fact you just getting long and straight and tall into your tall mountain. Breathe in. Exhale, hinge at the hips as you fold forward, releasing your head, releasing your hands, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, gathering as you go through tall mountain. Exhale, releasing the hands into mountain posture, taking a breath. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, the arms high. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, place the hands beside the feet. Step the right foot back into a lunge. Drop the knee if you like, or press back through the heel. Inhale, bring the hands to the knee. Straighten the arms, lift the torso. Exhale, find your supported lunge. Inhale, if you like, take the arms high. Exhale, release the elbows to shoulder height. Inhale, the arms high. Exhale, shoulder height. Cactus arms. Inhale, the arms high. Exhale, release the hands, frame the foot, step back, press back, downward facing dog. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, step the right foot forward between the hands. Drop the knee, left knee if you like. Establish yourself through the crown. Bring the hands to the knee. Straighten the arms, lift the torso. Breathe in here, supported the high lunge. Exhale here. Inhale, take the arms high. Exhale, open. Cactus arms, shoulder height. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, shoulder height. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, hands down, frame the foot. Step the left foot forward to join the right forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, root to rise through tall mountain. Exhale, release the hands. Roll the shoulders, take a breath. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, the arms go high. Exhale, we hinge and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold hands beside the feet, right foot back. Inhale, rise up. Now this time, as you exhale, hinge forward, lengthen through the crown as you bring the hands back alongside the hips. Lightning lunge. Inhale, crescent, arms up high. Woo. Exhale, hinge forward, lightning. Between the moon and the stars. On your next inhale, go high. On your exhale, bring your hands down, frame the foot, step back, press back, downward facing dog. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, right foot forward. Inhale, get long and bring your arms up. Crescent lunge. Exhale, hinge forward, lightning lunge. Inhale, high. Exhale, long and low. Crescent on the inhale. Lightning on the exhale. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, bring the hands down, frame the foot, step forward, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, gathering as you go. Exhale, release the hands, roll the shoulders, take a breath. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, the arms go high. Exhale, release the hands to the waist. Step the left foot back and then turn your toes off the long side of your mat. Turn the toes in and the heels out slightly so that the outside edges of your feet are parallel with the top and bottom of your mat. And your feet are wider than your shoulders. And we begin here. We're going to bring the hands to the waist. On the inhale, take the arms high. On the exhale, bring the hands to the waist and hinge forward, pressing back through the hips and lengthening through the crown. Find that parallel to the mat first. Inhale here. Exhale, release the hands beneath the face, release the crown toward the mat. Wide-legged forward fold, breathe in. Inhale here. Exhale, walk your hands over toward your right foot in the direction of, bringing your forehead toward your right knee, keeping both legs straight. Just breathing here. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhalation. As you exhale, bring your hands back underneath your face. Get long, lengthen through the crown on the inhale. On the exhale, walk your hands over in the direction of your left foot, bringing your forehead in the direction of your left knee, keeping both legs straight. Breathing in here. Wide-legged forward with a twist. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhale. A complete exhale. Inhale, walk your hands back underneath your face, get long. Exhale, release the head, release the hands, turn your fingers toward the wall behind you and walk your hands back underneath your body, coming into your widest full-legged forward fold. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhalation. A complete exhale. Inhale, walk your hands back underneath your face, slightly in front of your shoulders. Heel toe your feet back underneath you so that your heels come to touch. Your toes are extended out at an angle. Legs are straight, forehead falls toward the shins. This is the inhale posture. On the exhale, you're going to drop your hips toward your heels, lifting your crown and straightening the back. Torso coming upright. This is your squat, what we call frog pose. I'm going to do a few of these. Now the hands are out in front of the shoulders and supporting you here. So place some pressure in the palm, in the fingertips, I should say, and use your hands for support. And then let's move at your rhythm and your pace. Inhale, straighten the legs, release the forehead toward the shins, breathe in. On your exhale, drop the hips, lift the torso into your squat. There you go. Continue at your rhythm. Moving with your breath, your pace, your practice. This is our last dynamic movement here, so give it your all. Feel into this. For a lot of us, this is a challenging posture. Now remember, your squat may be different than mine. Your heels may not drop very far. Your hips may not drop very far at all. You may just be moving just a little bit here, and that's okay. Find your practice. Couple more. If you're with me, inhale up, parallel the feet. Bring your hands to yogi toe lock. Middle finger, forefinger on the inside of the thumb, thumb on the outside of the big toe, I should say, not the thumb, the big toe. Grasping the big toes. Inhale, lengthen, get long through the crown. Exhale, bend the elbows out toward the top and bottom of your mat. Bring your forehead toward your shins into a deep forward fold. And then here, breathe as deep as you can. Full inhale. And complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Release the yogi toe lock. And then inhale. Slowly roll your torso upright. Coming to your standing posture. Roll the shoulders, take a breath, full inhale. Complete exhale. Then bring yourself down gently onto your back. On your mat. Let your toes fall open. Let your palms fall up at your side. Lengthen through your crown. Then take a full inhale deep into your belly. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Just let go for a moment. Let everything settle. Whew. Inhale here. Exhale here. We're going to do our twist here just to twist out any tension in our hips. We'll just do a simple twist today. So on your inhale, bring your heels and toes together and then walk your heels back toward your hips, bringing your knees toward the ceiling. Keep the knees and thighs together to the extent that you can. Hint, hint, if you place a block between your thighs, it can be very helpful. Take your arms out from your shoulders, 60 to 90 degrees, to provide support for your lower spine. Feel your lower spine on the mat as you lift your feet and bring your shins parallel with the mat. So we're in this sort of reclined chair posture here. We're going to inhale here, and as you exhale, let both knees fall over to the right. Now just let them go where they go, but try to keep your thighs and knees together. And then maybe you look over your left shoulder to release a little bit of tension in the neck. Now your left shoulder is relaxed and down. Your thighs are together. Maybe your right hand comes gently to your left thigh to help support that guidance there. It's just guiding. It's not pressing. It's not doing any work. It's just resting there to keep that left thigh from separating as you breathe here across the front of the body and deep into the back of the left hip. Inhaling here. Exhaling here. Breathe in. Breathe out. A full inhale. A complete exhale. On your next inhale, bring your knees back over your hips. Again, check your alignment. Feel your lower spine on the mat. Lengthen through the crown. Calves are parallel to the earth. Inhale here. Exhale. Let both knees fall over to the left. Again, try to keep the thighs and knees together. Again, maybe looking over your right shoulder to release the neck tension. Again, the right shoulder is relaxed and down. And maybe your left hand is just lightly resting to provide a little guidance and support as you breathe in here across the front of the body and deep into the right hip. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhalation. A complete exhale. On your inhale, bring your knees back over the hips. And then reach up and grab just below your knees and squeeze a little bit as you bring your shoulders and forehead up, bringing your nose toward your knees, maybe reaching for your feet, maybe not. Finding this nice tight little ball here. Rock a little side to side. And then breathe in here. Get a full inhalation. And then squeeze in as tight as you can. Bring the knees toward the knees toward the nose toward the knees. Nice tight little ball here. Squeeze, 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 and then release. The legs go long, toes fall open, heels move as wide as is comfortable for you. Hands come down by your side, palms up. Crown gets long, lower spine rocks into the mat. Tilt the pelvic bowl. And as you settle into this posture for your rest, you might take a moment to provide yourself with any additional support you may want in this particular posture. Maybe you have an eye cloth. Maybe you have a blanket or a shawl. Maybe you have a bolster. Anything that might provide you even 1% more support. Avail yourself of it. Find your full support here in your rest posture. And allow yourself to release, let go. You're done. Be done. Allow yourself to be done. Release any residual analysis of the practice. Release any conversation. Certainly release any judgment or opinionation. Just allow yourself to be for a moment. Let go of everything and anything here. And see if you can embrace the concept of rest. You are done. At ease, as we used to say. Be at rest. Allow yourself to feel into the support that is available to you on the full backside of your body. Feel yourself being held, hugged, maybe even caressed by gravity. You're being supported here. You're being held in the comfort of your own space. Feel your connection to your mat. Feel that deep sense of connection that you may find that you begin to have with your mat, with your space. with your body at the end of a practice. Maybe you're a little more accepting of your body as it is. Maybe you're a little more accepting of yourself as you are. Maybe you're just able to release a little bit more and allow yourself to just be. This is an active posture, this rest. This is the place where we allow all of the work that we have done through the dynamic movements to now settle and integrate into our being. This dynamic rest, this awakened awareness of resting, this allowing yourself to be supported in this moment, this is the integration and healing phase of the practice. And so allow yourself to be, just let go entirely and explore what it is like to just be just as you are, as you rest and heal in silence for the next couple of minutes. And if perchance you notice that your attention has wandered away, I invite you to bring gratitude to your noticing. And then to gently and compassionately return your focus to your breath. On your next inhale, I invite you to take a full inhalation. And as you exhale, begin to reconnect with your body, perhaps wiggling your toes and your fingers, maybe rotating your wrists and your ankles. Continuing our reacclimation, on your next inhale, I invite you to bring your heels toward your hips and your heels toward your hips and your knees toward the ceiling, and to extend your right arm alongside your head so that your bicep frames your ear. Feeling into this, your preparation for your rolling to your right side. When you are ready, and only when you are ready, I invite you to roll gently to your right side, allowing your right arm to cradle your head and neck. Taking a moment here on your right side to prepare yourself to be upright again, And then when you are prepared, and only when you are prepared, I invite you to bring your left arm in front of your torso and use your left arm to help leverage yourself back to a seated posture. And as you come back upright and you take a moment here to reestablish yourself in your seated posture, feeling into your supports, feeling into lengthening and elongating the spine, feeling into the hands floating to the heart in a way that brings awareness to your heart space. And I invite you here once again to allow to arise perhaps one more thing for which you are grateful. And as you witness yourself seated in gratitude, as you sit with yourself in your gratitude in your space, I will take this opportunity to extend my sense of gratitude to you from this space. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your practice. I'm honored to be here, truly. And as always, in closing, I invite you to stay here in grateful witness for as long as you like. And more importantly, when you do finally rise, please take your gratitude and the echoes of your practice with you as you go through the remainder of your day, lifting yourself and all that you come into contact with. Have an amazing day.